Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making one of these jumbo stuffed pumpkins out of one skein of bulky blanket yarn. I did have another project I used this yarn on and I didn't like it. It was a bag, but of course I messed up the recording here. So this is me frogging the bag, but it had a liner in it that I had sewn in, so it was kind of hard. But I got it done. So you can watch my frustration as I try. Finally, I got it done and was able to start frogging and rolling. And this was the aftermath of the frogging. Yarn everywhere. Yay. So squishy. Okay, so this is a really basic pattern. Super easy. You basically just chain 11. Sorry, I just moved and we are working on putting the house together, so I'm a little bit out of frame here, bear with me, but yeah, so we just chain 11. And this yarn is a workout on your arms, so let me tell you. I guess you could also do this like as finger crocheting, but I just like the hook. I don't know. Personal preference, I guess, but so after you have chained 11, you're going to half double crochet into each chain stitch all the way across. Oh, look at me finally getting into frame. Jeez, the bees. But yeah, like I said, we're just going to half double crochet all the way across. I didn't speed this part up just so that you could visualize it. A lot of people don't know how to do this, but there are plenty of really good tutorials on YouTube for how to do a half double crochet stitch. So you should check that out if you don't know how, because my frame was terrible. But now we're at the end. We're going to half double in that very last chain stitch. And then we're going to chain 1 and flip our work. And then you're going to do half double crochets into each loop. You can pick the front loop or the back loop. I don't think with this size of yarn that it really makes much of a difference. We just want to do the loops. That's what creates the ridges. More profound ridges on the pumpkin. And you'll do that in each front or back loop, whichever you choose, all the way across. Okay, so you will do that for 12 rows. Super easy. If they start to cinch up because your tension was too tight, you can just pull it. This yarn is very stretchy. And then to close it and make the tube, you're going to put your ends together and do a slip stitch across. Looking back in the editing process of this, it might be easier just to sew it, or, you know, I don't have a big enough sewing needle for this, but if you wanted to, you could, you know, instead of trying to get the hook in and out of this big ol' yarn, you could definitely sew it together. Okay, now we have the tube. Yay. So now we're going to just tie off that end like so. That's how I tie off my ends. And then we're going to finger stitch into each one of the top loops, or every other top loop, depending on how you want to do it. It doesn't matter. All the way across. And this might be the longest part of this project for me. It was anyway. Okay, pulling on this yarn is not forgiving. It will break easy, so luckily I had another piece to weave in there and tie it off like that. And I double knotted it just so, but gently double knot it. Then you have a bowl. Then you turn the bowl inside out, or right side out, we will say. And then that little tail that's hanging, I just kind of shove it in through the bottom. Give it a nice hiding spot. And then essentially you'll do the very same thing to the top. You will take a piece of the yarn, you'll weave it in through the top loops, and get ready for it to close. Okay, now it is time for stuffing. A lot of people use a lot of different stuffings. I like polyfill. That's just what I have on hand, and that's what I like to use. So I'm gonna stuff that and then see if I like how it fits, if it feels full enough, if I need more, which I did not. And then I will get ready to pull it close. Then I notice that I have this little straggler of yarn over there, so I'm just gonna end up shoving that in as well. Because what am I gonna do with that? And then I will tie it close. And those I will just slip right into the inside of the pumpkin. Wherever they will fit. Because I'm going to be crocheting across the top of that, so I'm not worried about it. A lot of people like to use cinnamon sticks or actual sticks for their tops. I like to crochet mine like this. I just found another like chunky yarn that I like the colorway, and I put a little hemp bow on it. Super simple, super cute, super easy project. Cute little fall decor. And this is me holding it for a size reference. I also made one in blue. Very cute, very easy. But if you guys like this kind of content and you like hanging out with me, go ahead and like and subscribe.